true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree.
Persistence guarantees that results are inevitable. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual.
We destroy in assumptions, but we do not build in possibilities.
The best reaction to a paradox is to invent a genuinely new and deep idea. Discussion is impossible with someone who claims not to seek the truth, but already to possess it. When one experiences truth, the madness of finding fault with others disappears. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. Your life will not end with death. You are immortal. You are always there, and you always will be. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. The man of wisdom is never of two minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid. After all, if you do not resist the apparently inevitable, you will never know how inevitable the inevitable was. Best friends are treasures. Hug them for their caring. Applaud their accomplishments. Laugh with them gratefully. Because sometimes things happen to people, and they're not equipped to deal with them. You don't need more time. You need less distractions.
Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched.
The moment you stop trying to become a better person is the moment you start to become worse than what you already are. You can always look up to others for inspiration, but never for comparison.
When deeds and words are in accord, the whole world is transformed. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. The true vocation of man is to find his way for himself.
If you are not the hero of your own story, then you're missing the whole point of your humanity. It doesn't get better by overthinking. It only gets better by working towards eradicating your problem. Divide your success in small pieces. Easy to manage failure, easy to achieve success. Don't hit it at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft.
Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before.
We are born from a quiet sleep, and we die to a calm awakening. Sorrow looks back, worry looks around, faith looks up. To live is to change, to acquire the words of a story, and that is the only celebration we mortals really know. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Then quit. No use being a damn fool about it. Never lose hope. Storms make people stronger and never last forever. What helps you persevere is your resilience and commitment. I trust that everything happens for a reason, even if we are not wise enough to see it. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears.
I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return.
The clarity that comes without desperation is the clarity that carries authority.
When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our.
As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. You don't chase darkness out of the room with a knife or a broom. Instead, you turn on the light.
When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you.
Knowledge, like air, is vital to life. Like air, no one should be denied it. The human person finds his perfection in seeking and loving what is true and good.
Slowing down was how we remembered what we never wanted to forget. To truly laugh, You must be able to take your pain and play with it. Before you find your soulmate, you must first discover your soul.
In a world chasing trends, find solace in the everlasting embrace of authenticity and pure happiness. The ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with joy are goodness, beauty, and truth.
Even in the loneliest moments, I have been there for myself.
When people try to tell you who you are, don't believe them.
The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education.
I had to learn to live without you, and I couldn't make sense of it because I left so much of me inside of you.
One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake.
The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. If there is any truth in the world, it lies when I'm with you.
Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now.
People will not remember what you did for living. They will remember how you touched them with kindness and loving. They blossomed. They did not talk about blossoming. Never put off for tomorrow what is meant for today. Tomorrow may never come. Time deals gently only with those who take it gently. 10 years from now, make sure you can say that you chose your life, you didn't settle for it. The light at the end of the tunnel is just the light of an oncoming train. With faith, discipline, and selfless devotion to the duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. Most people gaze neither into the past nor the future. They explore neither truth nor lies. They gaze at the television.
Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it.
Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Imagine no limitations. Decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have his rations reduced by half.
Remember, if you play small, you stay small. Let the speaker speak truly, and the judge decide justly.
In the face of adversity, we have a choice. We can be bitter, or we can be better. Those words are my North Star. The calling of an author is more than just to entertain, but also to share one's experiences with the world. The mind is everything, what you think you become.
If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake.
A good life has some bad days too. Choose your steps wisely, because your footprints may be followed by others.
A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it.
Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day.
You often meet your fate on the road you take to avoid it.
I am the truth, since I am part of what is real, but neither more nor less than those around me. Your future is in direct proportion to what you do in the present. The hardest battle you are ever going to have to fight is the battle to be just you. Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself.
It is the certainty that they possess the truth that makes men cruel. There is no such thing as a great talent without great willpower. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower.
Because even though the truth can set you free, that doesn't mean it won't be painful.
Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean.
We do not remember days, we remember moments. The richness of life lies in memories we have forgotten.
Celebrate true friends. They are a part of you that always sparkles.
Don't let your luggage define your travels. Each life unravels differently. It's always about timing. If it's too soon, no one understands. If it's too late, everyone's forgotten. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is reluctance. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss.
Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant.
Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher.
Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the truth.
The triumph can't be had without the struggle. Never make a permanent decision based on temporary feelings. My power is my property. My power gives me property. My power am I myself, and through it am I my property.
But you don't have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
If you wake up tired, you've been chasing dreams. If you go to bed tired, you're making your dreams happen. I was lost yesterday, I am found today, and I will be forgotten tomorrow. There is no truth except the truth that exists within you. Everything else is what someone is telling you.
So the important thing in a military operation is victory, not persistence.
There are no bad words, bad thoughts, bad intentions, and words.
Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it.
Take it moment by moment, and you will find that we are all, as I've said before, bugs in amber.
The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Excuses are merely nails used to build a house of failure.
Definitions are the guardians of rationality, the first line of defense against the chaos of mental disintegration. To see me does not necessarily mean to see my face. To understand my thoughts is to have seen me. The free mind, unafraid of labor, presses on to attain the good. Solitary trees, if they grow at all, grow strong.
A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character.
Be the kind of person who catches the shit before it hits the fan, not the one who scrapes it off afterwards. The things hardest to bear are sweetest to remember.
The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate.
A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds.
If you appreciate the small things, you're likely to get the big ones.
Even if people do not understand you, at least they do not possess the same ability as your bizarre uniqueness.
There's more to life than simply increasing its speed.
The certainty about the uncertain is that it will remain uncertain till the time it's certain. Look beyond the words spoken. Actions speak louder than words and reveal the true motives behind any pretext. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Take your victories, whatever they may be, cherish them, use them, but don't settle for them. Action springs not from thought, but from a readiness for responsibility.
A star is not honored for its size, but for its light.
Autobiography begins with a sense of being alone. It is an orphan form. If time is precious, no book that will not improve by repeated readings deserves to be read at all. The truth is that judgment and fear will never stop, but they don't actually do anything. Sharing tales of those we've lost is how we keep from really losing them. Don't have hope that your situation will be better. Have hope that your future will be brighter. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. Mostly, the world sees you the way you see yourself. Disappointment came to me, and booted me, and bruised and hurt me. But that's how people grow up. The nobler sort of man emphasizes the good qualities in others and does not accentuate the bad. The inferior does. One can be the master of what one does, but never of what one feels.
I've never seen anything as bright as the rays of kindness.
One word of encouragement can be enough to spark someone's motivation to continue with a difficult challenge. The universe may not always play fair, but at least it's got a hell of a sense of humor. Like all dreamers, I confuse disenchantment with truth.
In the cherry blossom shade, there's no such thing as a stranger. Take the first step, no more, no less, and the next will be revealed. The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string.
Stand behind the stories that are real, not just real. I am certain of nothing but the holiness of the heart's affections and the truth of the imagination. I do not know what the heart of a rascal may be, but I know what is in the heart of an honest man. It is horrible. Don't be pressured by the society, because no matter what you do, you won't be perfect. Why not just be yourself? Even a snail will eventually reach its destination. A stone is heavy and the sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both.
If a general shows confidence in his men, but always insists on his orders being obeyed, the gain will be mutual.
The problem with people is they forget that most of the time it's the small things that count.
Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year.
Trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance.
Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level, and then beat you with experience.
It takes guts and humility to admit mistakes. Admitting we're wrong is courage, not weakness. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. Some want to live within the sound of church or chapel bell. I want to run a rescue shop within a yard of hell.
Always know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve.
Don't ever trust men with good intentions. They'll always disappoint you. Leo. When a language dies, a way of understanding the world dies with it, a way of looking at the world. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success.
Leadership is all about making things to move forward, not backward. To go outside what your charge was and to try to solve everything yourself is dangerous.
Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. As if you could kill time without injuring eternity. Worrying about losing is losing before you begin.
The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful.
Not only are we all unique, we're also all connected. Therefore, it makes no sense that you could ever be rejected. When you go in search of honey, you must expect to be stung by bees.
Faithless is he that says farewell when the road darkens.
The quest for meaning is the key to mental health and human flourishing.
Do your work, then step back, the only path to serenity.
The power of empowerment can change the world, one person at a time. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the whole. Those who rest when they need to work will work when they need to rest. Do your bit when it is most rewarding. My happiness grows in direct proportion to my acceptance and in inverse proportion to my expectations. Not all can believe anything they want to, because not all have the ability to believe. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Keep it private until it's permanent.
No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong.
It is quite simple to live a life of progress. Have a vision and be committed to the process required for success. The deeds you do may be the only sermon some persons will hear today.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead.
In life, you always see the darkest days before the sunshine. You're always going to have people who aren't happy for your success, but only you control how you respond to it. Appreciation has tremendous power. A beautiful thing is not beautiful until someone appreciates it. Earning is not possible without learning, and learning is not possible without burning.
If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one.
My mission in life is not merely to survive, to thrive. All I am fighting for every day is to make up for the time I had lost. Use your time wisely.
Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be.
You will have 500 million little bells, and I shall have 500 million springs of fresh water. To make a true choice, we must have true knowledge. To be successful, you have to be out there. You have to hit the ground running. There are things you can't walk away from, not if you want to live with yourself afterward. I never could bear the idea of anyone's expecting something from me. It always made me want to do just the opposite.
All things one has forgotten, scream for help in dreams.
We are not leaving anyone behind. We have to stick together in order to stay safe. Stay calm in times of trouble, and all the turbulence around you will obey you. To know that we know what we know, and to know that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity.
We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand.
To invent your own life's meaning is not easy, but it's still allowed, and I think you'll be happier for the trouble.
If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. A true genius admits that he knows nothing.
You know me better than you think, and you shall know me better yet. Even a blind man knows when the sun is shining.
In the desire to control others, we lose control over ourselves. The petty thief is imprisoned, but the big thief becomes a feudal lord. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. If you have the guts to be yourself, other people will pay your price. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed.
Life is like an elevator. On your way up, sometimes you have to stop and let some people off. To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it.
Dream big. Wake up. Take the first step into the unknown.
Perhaps the logical conclusion of everyone looking the same is everyone thinking the same.
Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one.
There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves.
If your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about.
Sometimes being alone is the best medicine to your soul. Stop doing what is easy or popular. Start doing what is right.
Stay calm. You've been through this before. You'll get through it again.
Commitment can open the invisible doors of success. Never tolerate disrespect, not even from yourself. Fortune does favor the bold, and you'll never know what you're capable of if you don't try.
Someone else's progress doesn't make yours any less.
A wise man always has something to say, whereas a fool always needs to say something. Playing it safe is the most dangerous thing you can do in life.
Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone.
Don't be scared to live your life without judgment.
I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in.
The greatest stories aren't always written. They're plucked from the everyday lives of ordinary people. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. The more ways you can tell a story and paint a picture, the better it is. The moment you make someone promise anything is the same moment you ask them to lie to you. The single most powerful element of youth is that you don't have the life experiences to know what can't be done. Suspect each moment, for it is a thief, tiptoeing away with more than it brings. I think the highest and lowest points are the important ones. Anything else is just in between. The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you.
Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have.
When one door of happiness closes, another opens. Bring up the past, only if it will help to build the future. Otherwise, it's best to be left to sleep. When you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. You should always do what you can to make life sweeter. Give it your all, because greatness awaits those who rise to the occasion with unwavering determination.
Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Anger is bad. Dump it. Fear is awful. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them.
All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. Then success is sure. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they make a good excuse.
I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship.
If you're not falling down occasionally, you are just coasting. Who belonged to no one, who belonged to everyone, who had nothing, who wanted everything. The heart has its reasons which reason knows nothing of. We know the truth not only by the reason, but by the heart.
Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. You like me not because I like you. I like you just because I like me. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well.
What you believe you can receive, if you doubt it, you will do without it. By helping others, we expand our joy and fly like we were born to do so. Everything you'll ever need to know is within you. The secrets of the universe are imprinted on the cells of your body.
The easiest way to be reborn is to live and feel life every day.
I try to avoid looking forward or backward and try to keep looking upward.